Something unusual happened at the 2026 Grammys, and it had very little to do with music. Over the past 24 hours since the 68th Annual Grammy Awards wrapped up in Los Angeles, one thing has become clear. This year's ceremony was about much more than who won or lost. It wasn't simply an awards show, it was a reflection of broader cultural currents shaping the world in 2026. Tonight, we're unpacking how the Grammys became a stage not only for music excellence, but for representation, political expression, and cultural influence that went far beyond the red carpet flashes. Before we dive in, it helps to understand how the Grammys have evolved. Traditionally seen as the music industry's biggest night, a celebration of artistic achievement, the awards have increasingly become a platform where artists voice their perspectives on society, identity, and power. In 2026, that trend reached new heights. This year, the ceremony wasn't just a recap of hits and performances, it became a mirror reflecting global discussions about immigration, identity, diversity, and belonging. At the center of this cultural shift was Bad Bunny, the Puerto Rican superstar who made history at the 2026 Grammys. For the first time ever, a Spanish-language album took home Album of the Year, one of the Recording Academy's most prestigious honors. His album, Debí Tirar Más Fotos, wasn't just a musical triumph, it symbolized a broader recognition of Latin American culture in the mainstream music industry. Bad Bunny's journey, rooted in his heritage and shaped by international audience support, marked an important milestone in how music from diverse communities is valued on a global stage. When Bad Bunny took the stage to accept his award, he didn't just celebrate the music. He used that moment to shine a light on his roots and dedicate the achievement to immigrants pursuing their dreams, connecting music with lived experience that resonates well beyond record sales. The 2026 Grammys weren't just about musical diversity, they became a platform for artists to express cultural and political views with global resonance. Multiple performers and award winners took the opportunity to speak out on immigration issues that have dominated public conversation, especially in the United States. Most notably, Bad Bunny used his acceptance speech to call for a symbolic protest against U.S. immigration and customs enforcement, known as ICE, emphasizing that migrants are humans, not statistics. And he wasn't alone. Billie Eilish, who won Song of the Year for Wildflower, also took the microphone to make a statement about immigrant rights, declaring that no one is illegal on stolen land, a phrase that merges cultural identity with historical perspective. This blending of politics with entertainment is significant for two reasons. It reflects a cultural moment where high-profile artists are increasingly willing to speak on issues of identity and human rights. It signals that audiences, especially younger ones, expect entertainers not just to perform, but to engage with social realities. While the political commentary was a defining storyline, another equally important theme was representation of cultures, languages, and histories. Bad Bunny's win was monumental not only because it was historic, but because it validated Spanish-language music on a mainstream global stage traditionally dominated by English-language releases. Similarly, the emergence of winners like Olivia Dean, who won Best New Artist, brought attention to multicultural narratives. In her acceptance, she acknowledged her identity as a granddaughter of immigrant parents, emphasizing how cultural heritage shapes artistic expression and personal success. These moments make the Grammys more than an industry showcase. They make it a site for celebrating multifaceted cultural identities that define the global music landscape today. Critics and fans alike noted that this year's ceremony felt like more than a celebration. It felt like a collective statement about who belongs and who is seen. For many artists at the Grammys, from Billie Eilish to Joni Mitchell to Kehlani and others, the night became a moment to reinforce messages of unity, solidarity, and dignity. Across the red carpet and beyond the award stage, visible symbols like "Ice Out" pins highlighted a conscious decision by performers to align their presence with ongoing movements advocating for more humane immigration policies and broader social inclusion. For viewers around the world, these statements signal something deeper. Music is not just entertainment, it's cultural commentary, and the world's biggest stars know it. So what does all of this mean beyond entertainment? The 2026 Grammys illustrate a broader trend in which cultural events become platforms for social dialogue. Artists act as influencers of public thought. Music awards reflect shifting values in society, not just music tastes. Diverse languages and heritages gain global recognition. For young people especially, seeing Spanish-language music celebrated and powerful voices speaking up during one of the most watched award shows sends a message that art and identity are interconnected in ways that matter far beyond the stage. Looking ahead, the Grammys' 2026 cultural moments may not be isolated. They could signal wider shifts in music industry values, representation on global platforms, the role of artists in social movements, and how entertainment intersects with human rights conversations. Whether you agree with the messages or not, the fact remains this was not just an awards show, it was a cultural statement that resonated with people across borders. The 2026 Grammy Awards will be remembered not just for who walked away with trophies, but for how those moments reflected larger stories about identity, belonging, and change. Music has always been a universal language, but this year it became a global megaphone.